For my choreographer project, I chose to research Chen. I chose Chen because I had not heard of her before, and when I looked up her work, I saw that she incorporated traditional Asian styles of dance and also modern dance into her work. What I appreciate about her is that she does use both her traditional dance background from when she was younger and also what she has learned from moving here to America in her work. She can either do a solely traditional piece or a solely modern piece, and then sometimes she incorporates both. I think that my interview with her went really well, and it went a lot better than I had expected it to, and the questions that I asked led to her giving me very extensive answers and her opening up and letting me into her life and what it was like to grow up the way she did and how she got to where she is now. So, a lot of my questions focused on what it was like to grow up in Taiwan and China, and then to eventually move here and how that affected her as a choreographer and as a dancer. So she is originally from Taiwan, and so she had trained there, but then she also went to China where she was trained in traditional Chinese dance and also did ballet. She first started traveling when she was about 18, and that was when she was touring, and that was her like first time when she came to America. And she was really impressed by the spirit of the people that were in New York, and how even when it was cold, everybody seemed to be moving fast and in good spirits. So she decided to come here and study, and her original intention was to study and then go back to Taiwan and teach what she had learned here to people there. And then she realized that she had so much to learn, and she decided to stay in America. I also asked her if she felt that she would have been able to have a company if she was still in Taiwan, or if being in America gave her that freedom, because a lot of her pieces are about this freedom that she was able to find when she came here. And she said that she thinks that she still would have been dancing, but in Taiwan, you usually dance when you're younger, and there's not many modern dance companies when you get older. So then you dance for a little bit, and then you usually end up being a teacher. So she thinks being here did allow her to freely express herself and just do what she wanted to do. She did start the Chen Dance Company because she wanted to focus on herself and her choreography, and she felt that the only way that she was able to do that would be to make her own company where she could focus solely on that and solely on the dancers, and so that's why she decided to do that. She also said very wonderful things about traveling, and because she's toured around the world and taught in so many different places, she said that it's so important for you to travel and be immersed in these other cultures and to kind of pick up little bits of things as you go, and those things become not a part of you, but they start to influence the way that you might move or do things. I think that I was able to really appreciate her as a person and as a choreographer after this. And from her letting me like delve into her life and her work, I was extremely grateful because she just talked so openly with me about her life and how she got to where she is. And not everybody is that open and willing to tell you all these different things about themselves. She gave me a lot of information about herself and how she is as a choreographer, and I think that made me appreciate her work even more because her work is just so personal. From doing this choreographer project, I gained a lot of information about her, but I also feel like I gained information about how to be the best choreographer and dancer that I can be. She is so truly herself, and that's reflected in her work. And even if it's not telling a life story, it still means something and it still comes from you. And I think it's so beautiful that everybody's life experiences are completely different and everybody has different upbringings, and that all makes you. Like everything that led up to this moment in your life is you, and that is able to come out in your dancing, and you don't have to be telling a specific story of your childhood or something that happened in your life. You could just be expressing yourself, but that comes out of being you and everything that has happened. And from that, I think that we're able to create work that is uniquely ours, and I think that she helped me to kind of see that because she had a totally different upbringing and training than I did, but her work is so personal, and I think that it's really interesting that all of our work can be so personal, but you don't necessarily have to have this grand story behind it. So I really learned a lot from doing this project on 9 Chen.